kind of chintzy, but it works. Hey, welcome everybody in Boulder City to Bold Boulder episode 114 with Travis Robinson and Dave Anderson with our good morning with our special guests Peggy Leavitt and Susan Johnson of the Boulder City Hospital Auxillary. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome to, this is, what is this today? This is day number, hang on. Let me get I haven't got this all wired yet here. So this is day number 40 of the worldwide pandemic as stated by WHO, the World Health Organization. So how are we doing, everybody?
Doing well.
Doing well? Yeah, and this is another milestone. Yeah, well, milestone for me because I'm at day 12 of my self-imposed isolation. So 2 more days and I can go outside with a mask on.
You can clear yourself.
I can clear myself and wear a mask and go out in public and, do that kind of stuff.
Get back to our normal current life.
Yeah. Right. Well, and
New normal.
right, new one. Well, and welcome to all our friends over at BC Social who will be seeing this not live version, but the sleep-in version, and you just have to watch what you get. And you can't comment to us, but you can still comment and everything. So anyway, we are here because Susan is the president of the Boulder City Hospital Auxillary. So what is the Boulder City Auxillary? Matter of fact, what is an auxiliary? I like that. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, auxiliary. It's like if the hospital closes, we're all going to Susan's house, or what do we do?
Yes,
What's the auxiliary?
Yeah, she's quite the hostess.
Yeah.
Actually, the auxiliary exists as a support arm to the hospital.
Ah.
And we are, of course, our main function is opening and manning and providing service to the gift shop, which is how we get some of our revenue. And just recently, we have been doing some things to support the staff over at the hospital with treats and things that recognize the great service that they are doing during this time. But the auxiliary is really just a great support system to the hospital.
Right. Didn't you guys make some masks too? You made some masks for the staff too, I understand. That's
yes.
What Peggy said.
One of our board members, Christy Harrison, organized a group of us and we made masks, and we are still doing that actually.
Uh-huh.
The masks are still in need, and so we are making masks, and we took 40 dozen cookies over to the staff last Tuesday.
Oh.
And
individually wrapped.
Oh yeah? They're getting chubby, huh?
And
Okay.
they were homemade cookies, by the way.
Uh-huh.
And, just some wonderful people.
Oh, well, you just didn't get some Oreos and just wrap them up and go.
No, Alan, hey,
Oh,
these
yeah.
were honest homemade cookies.
Oh yeah. No.
Yes, homemade cookies. No. So we, and I received a lovely thank you from the staff. They were so appreciative of the recognition that people are seeing that they are trying to go the extra mile and working so hard to work through this time.
Right. Well, there's some really cool stuff in the gift shop there. I mean, it's right near the waiting room, right? Where do you get your stuff from the gift shop? There's some really unique items at that gift shop there.
We have an amazing buyer. Kathy Calhoun is the buyer for the gift shop, and Kathy has a background in merchandising, and so she is an expert at finding the best deals. And we have some lovely, lovely things. It's a beautiful boutique. I think it's one of the loveliest stores here in Boulder City, and the prices are so reasonable. And so we would just love to encourage everyone in Boulder City to at least come and look at our gift shop, because there are some really lovely items. For example, we have beautiful ceramics, plates, and and very unique gifts, themed gifts, like for nurses and just teachers. She also has seasonal items that are very unique. And it's a really beautiful and very well presented gift shop.
Right. And the revenue from this gift shop goes to
our auxiliary. That's how we fund
Mhm.
the things that we do for the hospital. Last year, we were able to give $10,000
Wow.
worth of equipment back to the hospital.
Right.
We purchased chairs, new chairs for the case management room. We purchased chairs with the help of Jim and Kathy Calhoun for the long-term care dining room. And we bought a computer for a nurse's station. So the money that we receive from the gift shop and from our members' dues goes directly back to the hospital.
And Susan, you should tell them about our scholarship. That we use
Yes.
that money for scholarships as well.
We do. We have, we give out at least 5 to 6 scholarships every year. And this year we were so blessed because we had so many wonderful people step up to sponsor scholarships.
Wow.
Indirectly through our golf tournament that
Oh.
we are hoping to have soon, which Peggy can tell you about in a minute. But we have the Calhouns, Mike and Teresa Giroux, Dr. Doug and Lynn Thompson, and Harold and Kathleen Bigley, and the credit union have all given us money to sponsor scholarships for Boulder City High School students. We have some wonderful volunteers. Young volunteers come from SECTA, and then we also provide scholarships for our staff.
That's where your sister went to school, right? For a while. Travis.
Yeah, well, sector that is.
Yeah. No, but so the hospital foundation though is different than the the hospital auxiliary is different than the hospital foundation, right? Who puts on Art in the
Yes.
Park.
Actually, this is an interesting fact. The Art in the Park was initiated by the auxiliary.
Ah.
The auxiliary first came in 1963.
Uh-huh.
It began the major fundraising. It was the fundraising arm for the hospital.
Right.
And so the first Art in the Park had 50 artists and took in $3,000.
Wow.
In 2000, the auxiliary could see that this was becoming a huge event, and the foundation was then formed and was actually the main fundraising arm of the hospital. So the auxiliary turned Art in the Park over to the foundation.
Ah.
And so they now do the Art in the Park. And we're just, we're a support now to the foundation also.
Right. So, well, here's a little piece of trivia. Travis is now living in the home that had the first Art in the Park because it was kind of art on the park on the porch
Really?
of Sarah Denton, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She threw up some artwork with a couple of Nevada artists, and she offered, I want to say it was wine or champagne, and you couldn't sell wine or champagne, but you could sell admittance tickets. So she brought the crowd.
Thus, kind of like the wine walk was born, right? Like, we're not selling wine; we're selling admittance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So we're all
What's the status of Art in the Park this year? Does anybody know?
I know that they have postponed it. I'm not sure. We have not heard of a date when it has been rescheduled. And I know the foundation has also rescheduled the gala for, I believe, the fall.
Is the gift shop open right now at the hospital?
No.
No, it's not open, huh? Yeah.
And we're not really sure when we can reopen. And so consequently, our revenue is nil.
Right. Like
we have no revenue coming in right now.
like everybody's revenue. Right.
Exactly right. We need to, that's what I'm saying. We need to get our economy back going.
I believe aren't some of the stimulus funds aren't some of the nonprofits eligible for the stimulus funds? I'm not sure, but I thought that was.
You know what? I'm not sure on that.
Somebody should check on that. Maybe somebody out there knows. Like Marcy Riggs is morning. Marcy, do you know? Maybe Marcy knows. You know, some of our viewers know. Anyway,
Certainly something to look into.
yeah, you know, they keep everything going here. What other kind of things do you guys need? You know, what are the needs that you guys give so much? What does the auxiliary need help with usually?
Members.
Members, yes. Okay.
Right now we have 45 members.
Wow.
And it's very interesting. Some people feel that if they belong to the auxiliary, they shouldn't have to pay money because it's a volunteer organization. But that's the only way we get revenue is from the gift shop and our dues. And the dues are $10 a year.
Right. Right.
So it's not, it's not something that is going to break the bank, I don't think. But we're always looking for members.
Yeah, I think you could move it up to 1995 or something like that, you know, and kind of get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this year, in order to increase our revenue, we came up with the idea of sponsoring a golf tournament. And we had everything going beautifully until, of course, this shut down everything.
Right.
And Peggy is our special events coordinator and has done just an amazing job in organizing and getting sponsors for our golf tournament. And so, Peggy, if you want to tell them a little bit about our golf tournament, we could maybe get these people that we are talking to right now to come and be a team. Are golfers out there? Any golfers out there?
What? This would be a beautiful day to play golf, right? God, whoa,
listen,
what a day!
The day we had it scheduled was the most gorgeous day. Oh, I woke up and I thought, oh my goodness, this just couldn't be. I was hoping it would be a rainy day so I wouldn't feel so bad.
Yeah.
But it was just a gorgeous day. But we're hoping that May 23rd will be as lovely.
Oh no,
Peggy.
Cut off.
Well, I've worked on a lot of fundraising, but I had never coordinated a golf tournament before, so I had a lot of help with that, and we came up with the title Swing for Life for our golf tournament, and we used it as a way to not only generate revenue, excuse me, for the auxiliary, but also as a way to kind of make our community more familiar with the auxiliary and what we do for the hospital. Before Susan got me involved, I really didn't know about the auxiliary and the role that they played at the hospital. So I felt like it was an educational opportunity for us to get out and tell people about what we do and how Susan has explained how we support the hospital. So we also provide a lot of volunteers for the long-term care in the hospital. So there are a lot of great things that are going on.
Right. That's one of those things that you don't hear. Yeah, that's an important function.
That's phenomenal. I think Alan and them got cut off. It seems like they disconnected.
No, mine looks okay.
So I don't know what that's about.
Mine is okay. I can see
I'm fine.
Oh, you can? Okay.
And I could hear Alan.
Yeah.
So you interrupted.
You're kind of blurring out right now. You have a big triangle on your face, on your blurry face.
I didn't know they had long-term care there.
It's a
Great program.
Wonderful.
Right. Well, and that long-term, those volunteers in that long-term program are so important, you know, for...
Well, and that's one of the things that's suffering now because of the coronavirus is the volunteers can't go into the hospital.
Right.
And Salome Jarvis, who runs that, is so dependent on the volunteers to help out. They are just wonderful with the residents there. And, whoops, it looks like we did lose somebody.
We lost Travis.
That's Travis.
But they read to them and take them on outings and play games with them, and they're just a wonderful asset to that particular program and therefore to the hospital. So I don't know what made me think about that, but anyway, that's another thing that our auxiliary is involved in. And I just felt it was important to, because I feel like I'm very familiar with our community and certainly have lived here for a long time. But I wasn't aware of the role that the auxiliary played for the hospital. And also, but with respect to the gift shop, as Susan was saying, it was named after Goldie Begley, who was a big supporter of the hospital. And as Susan said, it's a great gift shop. The items are very reasonably priced, and I volunteer there as well. And we have many people who come through just looking for gifts for people, or it's also a big support to the staff because we have snacks and drinks and things, and so they kind of depend on us for that. And it's been a real education for me to work there to see what an asset that is to the hospital.
Wow, no, it is like an amazing, this community. I think that, one of the things that that kind of you don't always, well, actually, I mean, you see it all the time, is the volunteerism in this community, and that's what kind of makes the community run and function, from emergency aid to lend a hand to the hospital foundation, the hospital auxiliary, and things like that. Just kind of like, kind of it's all these people kind of making this town function the way it does.
Well,
We depend deeply, greatly on volunteers.
Well,
Right.
and see your point. I think most of the organizations that you mentioned are very well known, but I don't think the hospital auxiliary is as familiar to
Right.
people.
It isn't.
And so that was one of the reasons. Obviously, we wanted to raise money, but just to raise awareness of the hospital auxiliary by having this golf tournament.
Right.
And I think that happened. We have, I think, for our first tournament, we had a great turnout of teams who wanted to play, and had a great event scheduled. And if the ban is lifted, we'll continue to have that golf tournament. As Susan said, it was rescheduled for May 23rd.
Right. Well, Travis says he has lost his link. Here, let me see if I
He
can.
has. I don't see his.
No.
Yeah. There he is. We're back.
He's back.
Wow.
But you're on a different. It's on my phone now. You moved around.
He's back. Oh, we thought we lost him in, like in internet land.
He took a little nap, just a little nap.
Well, there's a brick wall there. Maybe your signal's having trouble getting out.
Well-
I just lost the link.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Deborah was saying something about applying for FEMA aid? Did you? I saw a something come onto the screen here.
Who's applying for FEMA?
Well, I just saw on the scroll here that Deborah Finnegan said that Emergency Aid had had applied for some some aid, and so maybe your organization, maybe you can get hold of Deborah and find out what she did through FEMA. I know they're trying to support the nonprofits, to keep the nonprofits going. I don't know if you're eligible or not, but
We could investigate.
investigate that. Anyway, if you can go back onto the show and look at after the show is on tape, and I think that Deborah can maybe give you some information on that.
Have me point you into the right direction.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Thank you for the information.
No. So what else is there? Oh,
Hello.
no, we got a dog here.
We're keeping him awake.
Oh yeah. Well,
What's the dog's name?
The Duke. Her name's Daisy the Duke.
Daisy.
oh, it's Daisy Duke, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember Duke. It's yeah.
It's kind of a ham, yeah. She wants to get on camera.
Yeah.
Show dog.
Well, Peggy, you have a dog too. Or you have a dog. Who might be? Everybody have a
My
dog.
dog's on my lap.
Yeah.
You want to see my dog?
Yeah. Let's see your dog.
Riley on.
You want to see your dog?
Oh, look at that.
The dog's world.
Say hi, Riley.
Hello.
You must have seen your dog.
Hello.
So what besides so are there any? Guys, it's so hard to plan for the future and everything. Like even art in the park has been kind of postponed. Then trying to reschedule it.
Yes.
Even
yes,
October, huh?
Yes, and just like everyone else's life, things are on hold. It's very uncertain right now.
Right,
But
right.
we're moving on. We are still doing our scholarships,
Uh-huh.
and we're still going to provide the hospital this year. We are purchasing cabinets for each of the long-term care bedrooms.
Ah.
Some of the equipment over at the hospital is just really in poor condition, and so we try to do things that on a smaller scale, of course, because we don't have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
But we're purchasing new cabinets, and then we're also purchasing a surgical kit for the surgical center. And the hospital has many wonderful benefactors. So many people have stepped up to support the hospital financially. And Jim and Kathy Calhoun, of course, are one of them. And they this year are purchasing a Hoya lift for the long-term care that is just so badly needed. And so
now, what is the Hoya lift? What does that do? Is that
a Hoya lift is a piece of equipment that helps lift people out of bed or out of a chair. Right now, the staff have to do that.
Right.
And some of the people in the long-term care are large, and it's very difficult for the staff to do that. And so we call this the auxiliary wish list. And so each department at the hospital can submit a wish for the auxiliary to honor. And this year, those were the wishes that were presented to us. And so we are moving forward with that, regardless of the fact that right now we don't have any income coming in. But we have been financially responsible with our funds, and so we have set aside money to just so that we can still provide the equipment back to the hospital.
Right. How many long-term beds are there at the hospital for long-term care then?
47.
Oh, really? Is that big? Wow.
That's really big.
Yeah.
And generally they stay pretty full.
Right.
As Peggy said, it is an amazing place for people who are disabled and need extra care. And Salome Jarvis is the activity director there.
Right.
And she is absolutely amazing.
Right.
What she does for those people.
So it's very much like the Nevada State Veterans Home, but for the rest of us that aren't veterans here. That's our alternative.
Yes, it's similar.
On that same order, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, it just provides wonderful care.
Uh-huh.
And I have volunteered there and done exercises and dances and all kinds of fun things that, just brighten the lives of those people.
Well, I remember visiting Jean Sagerblum in the long-term care, and that was so nice that she was so proud of the fact that she was in that room. She was, and she helped put that together. So it was really great to see her there and visit. Well, I mean, not great, but but it has a service, and it keeps people in Boulder City close to their families.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's in Boulder City, so it's so wonderful for the residents who have a family member there that they can see them frequently. And I think one of the great things they do is an outing every week, and that's a big job because a lot of the people are in wheelchairs, and that's one of the biggest helps that our volunteers provide is to go along on those outings to help.
A wonderful sight. Excuse me, Peggy. I wanted to a wonderful sight. One day I was driving down Adams, and there was this line of wheelchairs that were going to Toto's for lunch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and there were these young people pushing the wheelchairs and Salome leading the parade.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, it just warmed my heart to
Oh, yeah.
what they do for those people. It's totally amazing.
A wheelchair parade to Toto's.
It
That's
was a wheelchair parade.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
get that quesadilla.
That's good. So if people want to you know, get more information on Auxillary or become if you become a member, can you just give your $10 and be a member and have to do
Yes.
you know,
1995.
We'll take $10 from anybody.
right. So if they want to become a member, you know, what do they do to have to become a member? I mean, is this like, you know, biggest ceremony or, you know, but
No,
what do they do?
you have to get an application, and you can get an application at the gift shop.
Oh, okay.
And then you do, it's interesting, if you have direct contact with any of the residents at the hospital or the patients, you do have to have a background check.
Uh-huh.
Be approved that way, and
Right.
then you also have to have a TB test.
Ah,
And so, but if you just want to become an inactive volunteer or member of the auxiliary,
right,
you do not go through all of that.
right.
We just gladly take your $10.
Yeah.
Greedy little people that we are.
Okay, well, let's go for, you know, I think we should go for, you know, Travis, we need your help. We need some millennials in this. We need a millennial inside this, in this group here. You know, $10. Get your millennial friends to like a little.
We're all broke. I think $10 is pretty affordable now.
$10 is pretty affordable.
That's good pricing.
Yeah. Do you have a payment plan? You know,
Now,
75 cents a month.
Come on, 50 cents, whatever. And you can pay the dues at the gift shop.
Oh, okay.
Is there like an online
But,
form?
but it's not open, right? The gift shop's not open.
No, it is not open right now. But we have a post office box that I would love to tell you what that is right now, but our secretary takes care of all of that. I
Okay.
don't have that.
What?
But we do have a post office box
Right.
where we receive our mail.
Right. Well, you know what you could do afterwards is look at the show later on and put a comment on in the show. That's kind of a neat thing about Facebook Live. Is like, you know, we're live right now, but then we kind of exist forever on the internet. So you can actually watch the show and put information in there, or you know, add your post office box, or you know, whatever we need to get a contact. Or maybe we can just ask the hospital to have some at the front desk or something like that. We can have a drive
Well,
through.
you could do that. They
You know.
would accept them. They would be. They're very kind to help us out, especially now with the gift shop closed.
Right,
So
right.
if you wanted to go in, they also have applications, and would be happy to help us out by
Okay.
accepting the application and your dues.
Okay, well that was thank you, Susan and Peggy for joining us. It's great to see a familiar face, Peggy. I mean, to see all the time, you know, all these people I haven't seen in a while.
I'm gonna wake at 7 o'clock in the morning. Come on, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Well, do you guys have any before we leave? Do you have any tips for what to do during the pandemic? Any other tips that you guys can do? Like, what are you doing right now to pass the time? Keeping busy. I know, Susan. You said
I'm making masks.
you're making masks. What are you doing, Peggy?
Well, I don't sew, but I've cut fabric for some masks. But no, I'm like Susan. I'm keeping busy. I try to have some kind of special project that I want to accomplish every day. It doesn't have to be something big, but you find over a week, if you do something every day, then you've got a big job done. So,
Right.
Good
Yeah.
advice.
and I'm doing a
That
lot
is
of
good advice.
cooking. That's
That's
the
it.
thing. A lot
After
of
this
cooking.
is over, I'm going out to dinner every night for a whole week.
Aren't you dying to go out to dinner? That's me. I just, yeah. I want to sit there and walk away and not have to do the dishes. You know, I mean, just like
Yeah,
it.
exactly right.
But I know I've been into cooking. My wife, we've been cooking a lot of things, and you know, we're getting to the bottom of our freezer, which is really exciting.
Oh yeah.
We found this.
We're doing the same
Yeah, I found this little thing of sorbet at the bottom of my freezer. I was really excited. Oh, look at this, honey. Sorbet. It was exciting.
It's interesting what you find.
That's right. Okay, so anyway, hey, you guys have a great day. Thanks for being on Bold Boulder. And thanks for our people at BC Social. 114. And what do we do? What do we need to do, Travis? Subscribe.
So I'll attach a link. I gotta copy and paste it on my computer, but I'll attach a link for our YouTube channel. Subscribe. Click the link. Press the follow button.
Okay.
Get 1,000 followers.
Okay, anyway, hey, episode 114 of Bold Boulder. We're over. See you next week.
Okay, thanks, Alan.
Happy.
Bye.